What's going on YouTube? D-Rack here with Alliance Rift Gaming Outlet, back at it again with yet another Cardfight Vanguard video. And in this video I will be going over a premium format deck build for OTT. So if you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, definitely check out the link in the description to my Facebook page. Really would appreciate any help you guys would want to give me on that end. Going right into the deck profile, we'll be starting with the main deck first, from grade 3 to grade 0, and then going into the stride decks afterwards. So, starting with the grade 3s, we run 4 copies of CEO Amaterasu. This is the main grade 3 you're going to want to ride into when you go first grade 3 ride. It gets the most utility, and it works well with other stuff in your deck. So, moving right along, we have 3 copies of Imperial Daughter. This is your push grade 3. You ride this second after you ride, say, Amaterasu, and you want to get the 15k and the crit off. So, on top of the fact that her second skill basically puts you up to magic number status, this is the goal here. So, and then lastly for grade 3s, 1 copy of Victorious Deer. This is your push and your final, like, end game grade 3 ride, because you're going to go into this, and then do the skill, stride over it with Ichikishima, and then call out 2 Silent Toms for guaranteed double critical trigger on top of a third potential trigger check there, and really big finisher. Also has the protect marker, so you want to get that extra perfect guard to hand too. Moving right along to grade 2s, 4 copies of Silent Tom. You play the boy because he's got the fedora and the finger guns and the guard restrict. Doesn't get better than that. And then next up for grade 2s, 4 copies of Goddess of the Half Moon Tsukuyomi. We are running the Tsukuyomi ride chain in this deck build for consistency issues and the fact that it really helps with the theme and the mode of the deck, which is restructuring your deck and reorganizing it how you see fit. So eventually you'll get back to a point like in the original version of the show where you just keep doing it until you'll eventually re-reach the first card you started with, and you'll get into your restructured order of cards, so you'll know exactly what's coming next. Moving on to the last grade 2, we run 3 copies of Satori Hime. Again, works really well with CEO Amaterasu for the fact that you scry 1 on her skill, and this will proc Amaterasu skill for an extra 5k. So you play this for that reason there. Next up for grade 1s now, we run 4 copies of Goddess of the Crescent Moon Tsukuyomi. Since we're running the full ride chain, obviously we play 4 of this. And then next up we run 4 copies of Circle Magus. She's your backup ride target for grade 1, and also you need to draw off it. And then her secondary rearguard skill allows you to filter for what you need. So let's say, for instance, on your first grade 3 turn, you drive check Goddess of the Half Moon. You really don't want to have it because it's kind of dead. It doesn't really help what the deck does. So just tuck that to the bottom of the deck, draw a new card, and you don't have to worry about it because it's at the bottom of your deck, and you'll filter for stuff you actually want to see, like triggers or other primary grade 2s you want to see during your turn. Next up for grade 1s, we run 3 copies of Battle Sister Marmalade. We are playing the G era perfect guards just because it allows you to cycle and filter for cards, so with the latter part of her skill, you're allowed to draw a card if you have another copy of her in the drop zone. So when you're at that point, when you're kind of running low on guard resources, this helps just draw into cards you really need. And with the reordering of the deck that you're doing, it makes it leaps and bounds easier to draw into stuff you actually need. So, and then next up for grade 1s, we run 2 copies of Luckbird. Soul Blast 2, draw a card, gets +6, 11k booster, really solid. Helps hit magic numbers as a booster for CEO Amaterasu against like a force deck like Kagero or Royals or something like that. So, really helps for just drawing cards and just filtering for stuff you need. And then lastly for grade 1s, 1 copy of Falafel Magus, another card that allows you to scry and then power up CEO Amaterasu. So that is it for grade 1s. Moving on to the 0s now. Our starter obviously is going to be Godhawk Ichibiyoshi, just because we're running the ride chain. And then the trigger lineup that I'm running is 7-5. So 7 crits, 5 draw, with the lineup being 4 Oracle Guardian Nike, 3 Psychic Bird, 4 Miracle Kid, 1 Mist, and 4 heal triggers. Now, the 1 Mist is in there for the same reason I used to run 3 G Perfects and then 1 regular Perfect Guard back at the beginning of G era, back when XN Great was the way to go. if they go into their X turn and they swing rear guard, you really don't want to drop 2 to 3 cards to prevent them from really hitting. So you play the perfect guard to guarantee they don't hit and they don't restand. So they get 2 less opportunities to get triggers that'll put more pressure on than you'd want to have, on top of just them, gaining advantage that way off you. So, and this is the same situation. You play this for the mirror, and you play it for decks that have a lot of guard restrict, like Dark Irregulars. So against the Balam attack or against the Gilderai, you can stop it, and it's not like impossible. And that is it for the main deck stuff. Going right into the Stride deck, you're really only playing the Stride deck for 4 cards, but the other 12, put your best foot in the door and make sure that you have all options available to you. So, first 4 Strides, Ichikishima. Obviously we're playing her because we want the guard restrict opportunity, and if necessary we have the opportunity to draw 2. So, next up for grade 4s in the Stride deck, we have 4 copies of Wakahirame. It was better than a lot of the other stuff that existed, so, and since we're not playing Battle Sisters, we don't play Stalin or whatever, so. And then next up, 3 copies of the GR Kamususuno. If you don't have a whole lot of cards in hand, this is a great way to just draw into 5 cards and have Oracle status. And then the inherent 5k in crit is nice too. Lastly, for Strides, we run 1 copy of Ultima. Of course, we're going to run Ultima because why not? It's a guaranteed plus 40k to all your columns, with a potential 60k to all your columns. And then lastly, for your Strides, well, G-Guards rather, we're playing 4 copies of Son of Eternity Amaterasu. It has the potential to be stronger in defense than your regular heal trigger now, so you play 4 of it over anything else. And the opportunity to Soul Charge and Scry is really nice as well, so added benefit to the fact that it runs along with the theme of the deck. So, and that is it for this deck profile. Again, if you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for future content. Also, definitely check out my Facebook page in the description below. Really appreciate the support there. And then any thoughts you have on the deck itself, whether it's like certain texts that I didn't consider, or builds you have of your own, just put them in the comments below. Would love to see what you guys have to think about it, and your thoughts on this format of deck profiles as well. I know some other YouTubers do it, and I know some people really appreciate the aesthetic of actually having the cards and seeing them physically instead of just looking at a picture of it, but this makes it easier for me to put out more deck profiles, especially when there's so much more room for creativity that's inhibited by me having to spend money on more and more cards to make the decks, and whether or not it ends up working is all found in testing. So doing it through area is a lot easier, from what I've been kind of gathering. So if you guys like it, just let me know. If not, I'll know. So, but thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.